You may want your pork chops thick, you might want them thin, you might want your bacon thin or thick or whatever you want. Good morning everyone, this is Ranger Rob and welcome to the Ranger Rob Country Living channel. And it's not a sparkling day here in Central Oregon. And what kind of early start. I'm going to check on the piggies, and at least it's not raining. Some of our main projects that got to go on is we got to fix the chicken coop. The tarp was torn, and I need 2 people to help get that on. And if anything, we'll get it done by the weekend. This is also a Thursday, so we might, depends on the attendance, have a Ranger Rob Country Living podcast tonight, and we'll see how that goes. Meanwhile, I'm going to check on our pigs, make sure everything's secure. Seems kind of quiet out there. One of my main things is Desmond always dumps his water. And oh, and the other thing I'm still waiting for is we ordered fencing from Wilco, and it's been over a week and a half, and I still have not got delivery of it. So they didn't have any trouble taking my money though. Anyway, let's hope that happens real soon, because I really need to get our breeding program going. And last thing I wanted to do is thank people for using Central Oregon Grown. It's been doing pretty good. We're gonna really step it up next year and see if we can make it easy for people to buy halves and whole pork at a reasonable price, and fill up your freezer. And yeah, so our bacon, I dropped the price a little bit because we still got a lot of bacon, and some are breakfast sausage and things like that are still at a great price, and we haven't changed a thing till the first of the year. And Desmond just saw me. He's like a teenager. So anyhow, let's get the pigs fed. It's always a pleasure in the morning to be greeted by these 3 little piglets. Hi guys, how are you? You guys hungry? Huh? Look at you guys. So the one that's kind of short and fat is named Tuxedo. I can't remember the name of the rest of them, but he's kind of funny. They try to push him out of things, but he just throws his weight around and he gets his way. But he's a smart little pig. Yes, you are. We got Desmond on the other side here. He's ready to eat, and he's quite the gentleman. And yeah, so let me get the buckets and scoops, and get them fed here. By the way, this rooster was given to us from the Dragonfly Farms, and he's been the greatest rooster ever. Doesn't attack people, takes care of his girls, looks real pretty, quite the gentleman, and he does our permaculture very well. Jumps in and out of the paddocks all the times to help keep them clean. And yeah, good rooster, huh? So let's get these guys fed. So yes, we are still doing the carrots. I keep the bag of carrots in here, and I only give them to the pigs I'm trying to lose weight on. And yeah, I don't know if it's working, but it's worth a try. Well, I've fed and watered up all the pigs. Kind of quiet out here. I think is because this is a week that all 3 sows, or 1 gilt, this is a week of going into heat. So some of them lay in their paddock, in their shelter all day, like Zelda and Annie. they'll both do that. But when Maggie here, the big one, gets in heat, she growls at me, but she hasn't growled today. And piglets are doing fine. They're eating a lot of solid food now, so probably have to up their amount of solid food. And eventually I got to start thinking about weaning them, so I'm gonna have to move them away from the mama. Not sure what I'm going to do on that yet. And Desmond, been a good boy over there, but definitely needs a girlfriend. And the new feeders, the 3 you saw earlier, they're doing great too. So, all right, guys, well, let's move on. Well, guys, it's a little later in the day, and getting ready to set up everything for our podcast. And I wanted to devote the rest of this video to half and whole pigs, and how you can get one this year. Sorry for the lighting, but we're in the shop, and I have a question for you. How would you like your freezer to be nice and full with pork this 2024? And you can do that through us, and in conjunction with other farms we're working with. If you'd like to have a half a pig or a whole pig, you're looking at between 75 to 150 pounds of pork in your freezer, depending what you order. The nice thing about that is you get the sausage, you get the pork chops. You can have bone in or bone out. You can have bacon. You can have that packaged the way you want. In the custom order, you can also get flavored bacon, like pepper bacon and maple, I think. You get maple sausage. There's a lot of things you can do. So I'm going to let you know how you can do it. And that's through Central Oregon Grown. So a new thing that we're going to be advertising and pushing this year, 2024, is making the ability for you to buy a whole or half of Idaho Pasture Pig. And believe me, you won't regret that. So how it works, let's talk about a whole pig at first. And if you think about a half a pig, it's basically half the price, but it's a little higher per pound because there's no guarantee the other half of the pig would be sold, and our company would end up buying the other half, which we don't mind. But anyway, so how it works is basically it's like buying a normal pork, except you'll have like a $400 deposit, and all this is non-refundable. And what happens is during that time you reserve a pig. We'll assign a pig that's yours, which the benefits to the Crooked River Ranch area is you can come visit your pig anytime you want. And anyway, so how it works is it takes 6 to 8 months to grow out a pig, or from a piglet. And so that means, for example, we have 2 piglets right now we could do halves and wholes with, and they'll be available in May or June. If we get new piglets in about April, that means you have to add 6 to 8 months. And the reason I say 6 to 8 months is we'll be talking to you. It's not like you make an order and never hear from us. We would call and discuss the whole process with you, and make sure you understand it. Because what happens is a whole pig, when they're processed, you will get a hanging weight. Hanging weight means that they've been taken care of and cleaned out, and no head and no hide, and that would be what's called a hanging weight. So typically we've been averaging from 200 to 250 pounds of hanging weight. And it could vary, and if you went with only a 6-month pig, it might only be like around 190 to 200. And that is the number we use to charge basically $4 a pound. So if you already put a deposit on a pig for $400, and the time comes up for us to dispatch your pig and send it to the meat folks, you will be charged $4 a pound against a hanging weight minus your deposit. So it kind of is a payment program. And then your pig would be turned over to Cinder Butte Meat Company in Redmond, and you will be they will call you and go over the different cuts of meat, how you want them. You may want your pork chops thick, you might want them thin, you might want your bacon thin or thick, or whatever you want. And that's really nice, actually. And it usually takes, let's say, up to 2 weeks to get your pig, depending on what they're going to do. So what they do is they report to us that your pig weighed 230 pounds, and in the software we put in the weight of the pig against $4 a pound, and then it deducts your deposit and basically charges you for the difference. And then Cinder Butte Meats will charge you for the dispatch and the wrapping of your pig. So you will have another bill, which will probably average about $300 plus or minus, depending on your cuts. So you're still getting a quality pig, getting great prices, and you're getting it locally grown and not full of a bunch of antibiotics and all that kind of stuff. You will be getting a high quality pig or pork for your family, and it should last you a good year. And if you go with a half a pig, just think of everything I just told you, only with half the numbers. So I would say a half pig would probably be 75 pounds up to maybe 120 at the most. Maybe not quite that high, maybe 110 at the most. So it varies. And so that's why we can't be exact on the price. But anyway, it's fair, is reasonable, and you'll get your pork products for a great price. And you can visit your pig during the growing process. And what we'll do is set up a delivery time. So if we're at the piglet stage or they're already teenagers, it all depends on the age of the pigs as we breed them. And if we can't keep up with all the orders, we work with another IP pig farm that do everything that meets our standards to deliver pigs. So we'll never run out of pigs. So anyway, if you're interested in a half or a whole pig for 2024, it's available. And the sooner you get the orders in, the better. That kind of helps us prepare how we do our breeding program, and gives you time to be prepared to pay for your pig. None of this is right away except for the deposit. But by we'll know exactly probably what month it's available, when you'll get your rest of your charges, and it can give you a chance to prepare for it. And anyway, it's been a great program. We've done it before, except now we have the software to do it. And you can put on your debit card or Visa, whatever you want to do, through the Central Oregon grown. And I think we can also make arrangements if you want to use cash. So just notify us. Anyway, we are available to you. I highly recommend, if you've never tried Idaho Pasture Pigs pork, I would suggest, dogs are gonna chase the car, I guess. I suggest you do an order on Central Oregon Grown and try some of our pork chops or some of our bacon. And you don't have to do a big order, but you can get an idea. Or try one of the roast. Oh my good. Get an idea what you like, and it'll also help you determine what cuts you want, and make sure that our pork is your favorite. And I guarantee you, everybody, I honestly say, everybody that's ordered from Central Oregon Grown have reordered, and now I see them being a little bit more experimenting with cuts that they don't usually work with. And then what we try to do here is the pork cuts that I haven't cooked up a lot, I've tried out, so I can reference to people ways to cook it and how we prepared it. Anyway, it's a relationship. It's a community thing. So if you're interested and you're a whole pig this year and actually want to be involved, where you can actually visit your pig and understand how it's growing, and you can see it's how it's treated and the whole works, you'll be very satisfied. So check it out, centraloregongrown.com, and also contact us or email us if you have questions before you make an order. So, and I will give you a good idea what the time factor is too. This is not an overnight thing. This isn't, it takes months and sometimes a half a year before the order's ready. And what's nice about it is you can prepare for it. Maybe you want to get all your pork before the holidays, so you shoot for fall or something like that. We're very, very flexible. So check it out, Central Oregon Grown. I'm sorry, it's really cold out today. And it's not a sparkling day in Central Oregon, but I hope that gives you the enthusiasm to try something different. I guarantee you will be happy with your freezer, and you'll be happy with the quality of pork you get. So if you have any questions, give us a holler. So anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap up the video here. So please take the time to like, subscribe, and share our videos all over the whole wide world. We appreciate it. And guys, have a great day and try some of our pork. Bye now.
This video is made possible by RangerRob Poopy Bags, available in Amazon right now.
RangerRob, country living, Ranger